And so even though it's not about you right now, if you keep up with that energy, you're going to be mixed into that confusion, and unfortunately you will end up becoming a part of that problem right now. If you've been experiencing distance from your partner, this is the reading for you. I'm going to pull us a couple of cards so that we can see exactly where their energy is and what's going on, and how you can move forward with clarity and progress. Okay? I'm Mika, the Traveling Tarot, and I'm so grateful that you're here today. Just going to start by pulling some of these Holy Women Love Oracle cards. They're women cards, but they're not gender specific, so go ahead and apply it to your situation if it does resonate. So let's get some information on what's currently going on with you and your partner, and why they might be pulling away, or why it does feel that way to you. What do you want the person watching this video to know? Oh, thank goodness. I love this reassurance, okay? We have, you are loved. That's not just your imagination. They are with you, but just not in the way that you imagine. And that doesn't mean that you are doing anything wrong. This very much feels like they have something heavy on their mind that may feel like they're pulling away from you, which of course makes you scramble and start to worry about why they're pulling away, and maybe even overcorrecting or over-trying or over-efforting. And it's sort of causing a greater gap in between you two. But this is saying right here, this doesn't really have to do with you. This is definitely something that's on their mind, and they're trying to work through it now as best they can. Okay? It does say, stop feeding energy into the bullshit. It says, don't feed energy into behaviors that don't align with your beliefs and desires. Okay? And all that means is, confirms exactly what we have here. That you might be acting a certain way right now because you feel like they're pulling away from you, but really they're just preoccupied with something that's going on that maybe they're still trying to figure out, which is why they haven't maybe mentioned it to you yet. But this confirms right here that stop feeding into bullshit. This is something that is saying, look, you're feeling this way right now, but you're feeding into something that isn't real because it isn't you. Now, what tends to happen is we try to overfix or overcompensate for that distance that we feel, and so that is what causes even more of a gap. And so even though it's not about you right now, if you keep up with that energy, you're going to be mixed into that confusion, and unfortunately you will end up becoming a part of that problem right now. So let's go ahead and pull some Cupid's Arrow Oracle cards and see how you can move from here, okay? Because I get it, when you're in a situation, especially if you're married or living together in any way, but you guys don't feel together, that can cause such a tension in the household that, again, you either find yourself distancing more so that you don't have to experience it, or you find yourself digging in and repelling and making the situation ultimately worse, quite honestly, okay? So let's see how you can move with this information and how you can move with this. It's definitely too many cards, but that was the Lover's card, okay? I love that, and it falls right in line with stop feeding the bullshit. Take an honest evaluation of what's going on and what's real and what's not real, and reevaluate. Feed out the things that are not serving you, okay? Because your happiness is where you should be placing your focus. And so they're saying right now, this situation doesn't have anything to do with you, and it's affecting your happiness. So you need to take a step back, see what's serving you and what's not serving you, because I'm sure if you really zoom out and take you out of the equation, there's probably a lot of other things that person can have on their mind. Their work, their family, their health, their anything that maybe they're still trying to even figure out themselves that they can't talk about right now. And so they're just saying, your only work right now, zoom out, work on what's serving you instead of what's not serving you, and focus on your own happiness right now. If you're thinking, oh, well, how can I do that when they're this, or that? Because they are not responsible for your happiness. You are. And so if you can actually have some accountability there, then you'll be able to detach from that pain that is clearly not about you. Okay? It's not about you. It says, new discoveries that lead to celebrations. Love yourself first. This is confirming what I just said about you thinking, oh, well, how can I be happy if they're upset with me, or if they're distancing, or if they're not doing something? Because it isn't their responsibility. It says love yourself first here, because your happiness comes from you, not to you. That's the one thing that we kind of get a little bit mixed up living in this physical world, because it can really feel like outer things have a direct cause to what is going on, to what's happening to us, and we can just think that we have no control. But the truth is once we realize that it has to come from us in order to come to us, we start to do that evaluation period of seeing, okay, well, what's bringing me the shit I don't want, and what's bringing me the shit that I do want, and then we start to lean more into the stuff that's bringing us what we do want. Okay, and that's all they're asking you to do here. Zoom out as much as you can, unfortunately, even through the pain, because I'm sure you have some momentum going in this direction of, what have I done wrong? How come they're not? Why aren't we? We haven't in this long. I'm sure that's milling about in your head, okay? But they're saying, start to focus on new things that are going to make you feel happy, that are going to be coming from you. Take care of yourself. Get enough rest. Exercise, eat better. Go do things that make your heart sing. And not only will the other person appreciate you for giving them the space they need, because that's also going to give them the clarity that they need to see what the heck's going on and how to move forward. You'll be surprised. In fact, they're saying this intently. Do this for this week, okay? Whatever you've been stressing about, or how come we're not, how come you haven't, we haven't this, nag, whatever it is, it's not, I'm not saying it's not valid. Withdraw your energy from that for the week. Do what you can to say, okay, look, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I'm going to start doing this instead, and make a conscious effort to do that this week. And I will tell you, this person will come to you and say, hey, I'm sorry, I've been distant. This is what's been going on, okay? But you've got to give them the space to get that clarity. Because even though you may not be saying anything directly to them, they can feel the tension that you're exuding because you don't know why they're pulling away. Or they can see that you're over-efforting here because they're pulling away and they don't exactly know why, and they're still trying to figure it out. But it doesn't have to do with you, okay? So please take that to heart and do what you can this week. In fact, that's going to be the area of focus for the people who don't decide to get the extended reading or go deeper. Your area of focus is to withdraw your energy from it for a moment. Give it some space to breathe. Don't contribute to the pressure that this other person is feeling, because it doesn't have to do with you, so there's nothing that you can go in and fix. And that is the hardest thing to hear when you love someone and you just want to go fix it because you want them to feel better. You want to be back like you guys were, this or that. And also, it's a confidence ding to yourself when you think that it's something you're doing wrong. So they're saying right now, take this week, your area of focus, unless if you decide to go to the extended reading, I appreciate you. But if not, leave with this. Withdraw your energy from it for this week. Come next week, you're going to have some clarity that's going to move the needle on this thing. Okay? And I can guarantee that. So, thank you for watching. If you don't decide to go ahead and move forward with the extended reading, I do appreciate your energy, and I do appreciate any support, a like, a share, or a subscribe, or a comment to support the channel, and also, support me in the ways that I am supporting you. So, thank you again for watching. I'm Mika, the Traveling Tarot. I love you guys. Take care of each other, okay? I'm going to go ahead and jump into the extended reading now. Thank you.